Alright, so we're down here at our hunting property, and what I wanted to show you today was some of these trail cameras that you can buy from Walmart and give you an idea of how good they are or how bad they are. I bought 3 different types last year, just at the beginning of deer season, and put them out, and then I've left them out all year long. Over the summer I haven't really done anything with them, but I've left them out just to see how they do in the weather and all that. This one right here is the Primos. Right off the top of my head, I can't remember what I paid for it. I think it was like $80 or $89 at Walmart, and it's the one camera I've had the most problems with. It has a really sensitive sensor, so the slightest little leaf blowing or something like that will cause it to go off, and I've not actually caught a lot of images on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the batteries. I'll probably move this one. So we're going to replace the batteries, and we're going to see what's on the cards. I brought a new pack of batteries out. That's one thing, they all last a really long time on the batteries. I think over the winter I changed them twice. I haven't changed them at all this summer because these woods are infested with mosquitoes and snakes, and it's just not a pleasant place to be during the summer months. So I'm really pushing it right now. It's cooled off a little bit, and I've got my Thermacell out here to help keep the mosquitoes away. Haven't seen any snakes today, but there's a lot of frogs. Anyway, on this Primos, the batteries just go right here in the back. Nothing difficult about them, It gives you the plus minus which way they go. Get those replaced. Alright, so we replaced the batteries. The SD card is in a slot right over here. Switch it to off. The batteries are dead. I forgot to switch it to off. So you switch it to off, then remove the card, and I tried those small trail camera readers, but you can't record any of the images, so you have to bring your card home with you anyway. So I just bring my laptop out that way, because this card is programmed to go with this particular camera, and one of the other cameras is pre-programmed to go with that camera. The Tascal one is not. You just pop it in and let it run. But these are programmed. These cards are pre-programmed to go with these, so you don't want to have them out too long. And then, of course, you know how to turn on your computer. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this. So we're going to boot the computer up, pop the disk in, download, clear the card, and then put it back in. Okay. Can you show it? Okay, so this card apparently has nothing on it. Alright, well, hopefully we'll have better luck at the next one. Alright, so you just put your SD card back in. There's a little picture showing you how to put it in. Put it in, switch it back to movie, close it, lock it shut. We'll make sure that you close it and lock it shut. Keeps the weather out. Alright. We're going to have to move to the next cameras. I won't put you through the hassle of watching me load pictures and offload pictures. We'll just change the batteries and be on our way. It's starting to rain out here. Alright. Moving on. Alright, I've brought you into where another one of my deer cameras is hung up at, or my trail cameras is hung up at. And I know this looks like a terrible place to hunt, but it's actually full of deer in here. They really like this swampy ground around here. I guess the swampy ground makes them feel a little more secure. Because they're really at ease when they're down here. If you're not doing a whole lot of talking and moving around, they'll walk right past you. In fact, Kathleen shot a squirrel on that little tump right there. It fell on that tump last fall. And I walked over to get it just as the sun was going down. And see that little stretch of water that's right there behind that tump. I just picked up that squirrel and moved right back out here. And a big 10-point buck just walked right past me. Gave me a little look and then walked on. It was really cool. I don't see anybody down here right now, so that's why I'm talking. You gotta be a little bit careful walking through this water. Now, this is actually, the camera that we're coming up to is the one that I get the best results from. And again, it's been hanging here for a year. And I'm sure its batteries ran out long ago. And apparently it's 1 o'clock and my alarm's going off. So let me get you set up. I'll dig out that phone and shut that off. Alright. The battery's out. Okay, all of these cameras that I'm showing you today have night vision. These are the IR lights. They don't seem to bother the deer any, so I don't think they can see them. Now, that little center one right there is a red light, and it does come on as the whatever's walking past this sensor, whatever's walking past there will trigger the camera, and that will make this little red light come on. But that doesn't seem to bother the animals any. I don't know if they can't see it or they're just used to it. Who knows? It's actually the cheapest one that Walmart sells. When I bought it, it was $25 or $24.99. So you would think that it wouldn't work that well, but it actually does. It's a 8 megapixel. I'm not sure what the video on it is. Okay, the way this one works is, let me move you over just a little bit. There's a switch right here. You pull that all the way down for off. Okay. And then the next setting up gives you time to set the distance and all that. Okay, this one actually still has power. That's good. Now, we pull the card out right here on the side, and we whip out our trusty old computer and hope that it downloads this one, because the other one it didn't want to download. I'm assuming because the other one ran out of power. Probably erased the card or something like that. Alright. Okay, we have Wow, it looks like we've got pictures all the way through the summer on this one. Yep. It is showing, apparently the last time I checked this one was in February. So it collected images from February through to today is September 17th, and it has pictures all the way through. Let's see here. Trail cam. It's not wanting to go to trail cam. I'm having troubles with this one. Copy to videos. Okay, and it's going to be doing that for a while. So we'll set this aside, let it do its thing. And while that's doing that, we'll work on putting batteries in. Now, the batteries load, there's a button right here. You push that, the little tray pops out. Now this one, unlike the other one, this one uses 8 batteries. And they are a little bit of a pain in the butt to get out, because they're snapped in there pretty good. If you can turn it over on the back and push from here, sometimes they pop out, sometimes they don't. Oop, got one. Okay, we got 2 batteries out. So negative. Now it uses 8 AA batteries, and I am running the Rayovac high energy batteries because you can get that pack pretty cheap. And well, why pay more than what you have to? Okay, once you get your batteries loaded back in, you just come up under here, push it in. Okay, let's see if this is done loading yet. No, 25% complete. Alright, well, while that's still loading, I'll show you where the deer have been coming from for this camera. You can see this camera sitting right here, and then we have this little flooded creek, I guess you could call it, and the deer spend half their time in the creek, and then they come from over here right up in that hole right there. You can see kind of the trails that they make around here where they hang out a lot. And then they also go, now I wouldn't be walking over here if it wasn't well before deer season. They go through this trail up here and walk down this way, and they go across that direction. They almost never go over in this area for some reason. I really don't know why, but they almost never go over there. Okay, so apparently, according to the computer, this camera recorded 665 videos of 10 seconds onto this 32 gig card. So, and it's been recording since February, and this is now September. So if you're looking for a camera that runs for a long time, this seems to be a really good unit. It's been hanging out here for, you know, all the weather that we have here. Hurricanes, nor'easters, snow, you name it, it's been here. Okay, and again, the disc goes in here on the side. You just push that in, and then you push this back up, close it, make sure that it's latched, and you see the red light blinking. Okay, it's actually picking up our movement right now, so it's probably recording us. Okay, so we're going to go over to the feeder now, and I'll show you the feeder camera and show you the feeder too. Alright. Alright, so now we're over here at the feeder location, and before you say anything about, oh, it shouldn't be in the water, you're not going to attract deer, or blah blah blah, this isn't for deer. I specifically set this one out to attract squirrels and raccoons and birds, and I have a few ducks that come in here, and I don't hunt them. I like to have a mix of wildlife in the woods, and this is just one way for me to keep an eye on what's going on and get an idea of what's in here. So I'll go ahead and show you this. This is one of those feeders that you can pick up at Cabela's or the Bass Pro Shop. And the camera that we came to see is hung on this tree right here, so that we can view the ooh, this one's camouflaged so well we got to get up closer so we can view, you know, what's coming to eat out of the feeder. Alright, so we're here at the feeder, checking the feeder camera. And this one is the Trophy Hunt model. Also sold at Walmart, and this is the mid-grade one. I want to say it was around the $50 to $60 mark, somewhere around there. And again, it's been hanging out here for over a year. To check this one, there's a lever here on the side, or yeah, a little cam lever here on the side. You flick that down and you pull this down. It sticks against the tree, so it's not quite as easy as the others. And again, it has a little tray. There's the card. Take the card out. Come on, tray. Little button over here that flip the tray down. Oh shit, I forgot. This one you gotta take off the tree. That's why I didn't like it. Now, you just saw this camera on the tree. I have to remove it. Excuse me, I'm a little bit thirsty. You have to remove this one from the tree in order to change the batteries and get the card out, which is one of the things that I really don't like about this one. And to be honest with you, had I known that when I bought it, I probably wouldn't have bought it. It comes with a different kind of strap than this. It's one of those ones where you have to feed the loose end through a buckle and pull it tight. I got rid of that because I had some, oh excuse me, wow. I got rid of that because I had some of this nylon webbing material and some buckles from other projects, which makes it a lot easier to put on the tree. You just size it up and then snap it into place. So with this one, you have this latch right here that folds open, and then you have this little button right here. You push that, and that exposes the batteries. And then you just dump the batteries out, and again it takes 8. I forgot to get my batteries out, so move my computer for a second. Throw those in there and get the batteries out. Put this back up there. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but the squirrels are barking at me. And pull out the 8 batteries. Flip it over. And it's got marks here to tell you which way the batteries go. So, positive, up, and then it's positive down, Positive down. Positive down. Positive up. And positive up. And once you put them in there, you just close it like so. Alright. And then I have to download the card. I should have done that while the camera was off. I already pulled the card out. Now, once you download the card goes in this slot. It's labeled SD card. Has a little picture of which way it goes, so it goes in this way, which seems backwards. And then you just push it into place. Alright, let me download this and then I'll come back and show you how to turn it on and off. Alright, so apparently we're having the same problem that we had with the first camera that we checked, and I don't know if it was there's a problem with the cards or if it was a problem with the cameras. Now it seems that it'd be odd for both cameras to have the same problem, but what it was telling me was it did not capture any images. So what I'm going to do here, what I did was I hung it back up on the tree and then started it back up and waited and then walked in front of it. I'm going to see if it captured my image or not. So we're going to check this real quick. Alright, plug it in. Ignore that, because I hate that program. Click that. Click that. Click that. Okay. Now it says it has files. We're going to see what it did. This file isn't playable. That might be because the file type is unsupported, file extension is incorrect, or the file is corrupt. Okay. Let's try the next one. Well, it says 0 gigabytes. Okay, it said the same thing. I may have to take these cameras home and figure out what's wrong with them. Okay. Select all. We'll delete them. Yes. This might be the one that had to have, one of the ones that had to have programming put on it. I guess since we're having problems with the card, we'll just have to take it home. And we'll bring it back out Sunday. We'll see if that's the problem. So, anyway. It's not good, fellas. Alright, well, we're going to grab that camera and take it home, and might as well grab that other one too, and we'll see what's wrong with them. Maybe by letting them run out of battery for so long, the card lost the program. I'm not sure. So once I figure out what's going on, once I get my old butt up, once we figure out what's going on with that, you know, I'll let you know, and then, you know, you can decide about it. But for now, we're just going to have to take it in off the tree and take it home and try again.